They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. On play action, here's Stroud. He beams one deep right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
He's trying another one deep. Big gain downfield. He works this to the 38 before going down. That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 36. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 3rd down, Mixon gets it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This one's caught. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Stroud gonna go on 4th down. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans earn the chance to tie before halftime. Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans tie this game 7-7. the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it.
Incomplete. Looking there too, nearly picked off on first down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. You got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun is Purdy. Kittle brings it in. Give him a full 40 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10.
So now you better get a touchdown off this one. Well, you better get a
Throw
touchdown.
again. It's Purdy. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Oh, got 2-1. Okay.
San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. McCaffrey gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Playing 4-minute quarter, so it's that long.
On is Moody for the extra point. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Damian Pierce now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Play action now with Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans are going to get the football inside the enemy 40. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 8. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Complete beyond the marker. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston first. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans tie things up at 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down, and they go right back to him. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully set. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And the
Pero
defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And this one doesn't go far. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He's back to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. 49ers in range for a game-winning score. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. From 37 yards in the right hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Pierce now on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
He's got it inside the 25. And he will score and give the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Setting up to pass. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Drop that, Jimmy. That was you all day, baby.
Looking to throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th. Back to throw. A bit of desperation.
We do that?
And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now with just 10 seconds left in our game, we've got a timeout.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
So now, massive moment coming up for the 49ers as they go for 2. He's throwing for it. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, uno.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock...